Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Alexi, and with me is Jay, and we are ready and raring to go for this game. Coming in a little bit late today, but here we are. How you doing, Jay? You right, man?
Yeah, that's my fault. I fell asleep.
that is okay. We've kicked off, and well, yes, indeed, we have kicked off, not Granada. So we got past Sociedad. What are your thoughts? How do you think this game's going to go?
If it's not a landslide, I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
He says as they nearly get in behind our defence.
Should be okay. Yeah. Should be okay. Yeah, we're fine. We are fine.
Well played by Shaw there, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I think with a team like Granada, they have to start fast because by the 60th, 70th minute, they're not going to be able to handle the physicality of a top class Premier League team. To be honest with you, I know they play in La Liga and they're ninth in that, but La Liga is such a everyone thinks it's like fast paced, but it really isn't. It's just quick.
No, it's not like it used to be with.
It's not physical. It's not like it's not about endurance.
Exactly.
Whereas the Premier League is very physical, and I don't think they're going to be able to handle the physicality.
No,
and they're a very small. They're a very small team. If my research serves me well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's as you said. I think if it's not a 3 or 4-0, I'm going to be disappointed. Although saying that, I mean, we've started with Pogba in midfield alongside McTominay, and Rashford, Greenwood, and James up front.
I mean, fun fact is I simulated the Europa League.
Yeah.
In Football Manager the other day. I was meant to tell you this because I was gonna do it for the channel, like simulate the season and stuff, and I was gonna actually put it up on the channel. And funny enough, managed to get it that we played Granada in this round with Ajax. Funny enough, in the next round, because obviously we get either Ajax or Roma. And we actually went on to win the Europa League, beating Arsenal in the final.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and I'm really hoping it's the same deal. The only difference is Cavani bagged the hat trick against Granada in the first leg. So I don't think that's going to happen.
No, I don't think so. I mean, it could come on in the second half and score a hat trick.
Yeah.
I think. I was just talking to my landlord before because he was doing some house showings, and we were talking a bit about football. Like, he's not a huge football fan, but he hey, Viable, how's it going, mate? Welcome in. And he was saying that be surprised if we didn't just kind of roll Granada over. Which, in theory we should do, but we shall see.
I honestly don't think. I mean, with the level of football of the leagues of teams that are left, i.e., like Ajax being in the Dutch league, Roma obviously, Serie A.
Yeah.
I think that the only team that I can. Oh, you're I think probably ahead of me. Yeah, you are by quite a bit. The only team I can see beating us is a Premier League team. So
yeah, definitely. I'm at 421.
I am now.
Okay, cool.
Or at least maybe just a second or two.
Roughly,
behind. Yeah. But yeah, the only team I can see beating us is like an Arsenal if we capitulate and just like don't turn up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, we have to perform, don't we? We really have to perform.
fucking Rashford already hand on his knees.
Rashford already feeling it. I think Ole just wants to try and play him for like the first half, so we can get a couple of goals and then take him off.
I mean, I trust what he said in the press conference that he'll never play a player if there was a risk, but like, I think with Rashford, there's always going to be a risk. Like this is like when people say to me, it's like, when people say to me, Rashford could be one of the best players in the world one day, as well as Greenwood. It's like the reason I say that, Greenwood can be.
Yeah.
The reason I say Rashford won't be is I reckon he's going to be a player that ends up retiring early.
Yeah, he just needs a good 3 to 6 months out of the game to just heal up and get himself to a level of fitness where he can actually play week in, week out without, getting an injury. We have a streaker.
Do you know who that looked like? Joe Wilkinson from 8 out of 10 Cats.
It did look like Joe Wilkinson from 8 out of 10 Cats, yeah.
Bloody hell.
So someone's not only gotten into the ground, but they've also gone onto the pitch to streak.
Do you know what? In my 32 years of living, right, believe it or not, I think that's the first time I've noticed a streaker on a live football game.
Same.
Yeah, Rashford don't look happy, because a fucking hairy naked man's just run past him.
It's like, well. Well,
it looked like me before my first lockdown haircut.
Yeah. Well, GG to security over there. They failed. They failed themselves, the club, and UEFA.
Actually, wait. Do you know what? Do you know what? I've just realised.
What?
I can't believe I've just realised this. A streaker's just got on the pitch when there's no fans in the crowd.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
GG to security right there. Yellow card.
Yeah. I've just realised, like we just said how we've never seen a streaker on live football, and we've literally seen one when there's no fans in the ground. Like,
yeah, Pogba knew what he was doing there. He knew he was going to get booked.
I like how their players still on the ground, and the other players are just hovering over the ball. Like, come on, I want to take this free kick.
I'm glad De Gea's playing though. I think so. It looks to me like De Gea's going to be our cup keeper now until the end of the season, and so that Henderson can get some Premier League football under his belt.
Well, someone brought up an interesting point on another channel.
Yeah.
One of the people watching, and I didn't feel like, we all got a bit sucked into the whole De Gea versus Henderson.
Yeah.
Shit, but
yeah. Not a terribly bright streaker, exactly viable. Go on, top four.
Top four's pretty much nailed on for us now.
Oh, we're honestly, I feel like we've pretty much got second place pretty much tied up at this point.
Yeah, so putting De Gea in net for the one cup that we can actually win.
Yeah.
Maybe that says more for who our number one is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, do you remember when the last, if I remember right, actually, do you know what, I might be getting this wrong, but in my head this is how I remember it. Didn't we play De Gea in the Europa League final?
No, it was Romero.
Romero
played. Yeah, it was Romero.
Right,
so
there was a conversation, wasn't there, whether we would play De Gea or something like that. And it's kind of like it was the conversation was we can't because we played Romero all through this.
Yeah.
If anything, I think that playing De Gea is a sign that we actually want to go and win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go and win something.
Bible says, "Why no VAR? He was a mile off." So VAR is only used if it leads to a goal. That's kind of how the rules work now. So if there's an offside that leads to a goal scoring opportunity, then then VAR can get involved. But if it just leads to like a corner or a throw in, then VAR won't overturn it.
Yeah.
It's only for the major decisions.
Because otherwise they'll be checking everything.
Yeah. Exactly.
Red cards as well.
Yeah.
Is there VR in this game though? Because
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
have it? Yeah, I was gonna say because obviously it also depends on whether a team is set up for VAR as well.
Yeah. VAR is used offside. Yeah. VAR is used for offside if it leads to a major decision, but not for. Yeah.
Yeah, the rule is viable is that the linesman will keep his flag down until the end of a passage of play as well. So, if say right now Pogba was to feed the ball through to Greenwood and he was to score, but he was clearly offside, until the linesman wouldn't put the flag up until the ball was in the back of the net. That way, it doesn't affect the tempo of the game, and then they can check using VAR afterwards, rather than like blowing the whistle for offside and then realizing that he was way on and that actually the goal should have stood, or blowing the whistle and Greenwood scoring and then giving the goal, but then the opposition team saying, "Well, you blew the whistle, so we stopped playing," because they say play to the whistle.
Yeah.
So that's why they do it that way, which is fair. Though they still need to iron out some of the nooks and crannies with VAR,
Yeah, they do.
as we know.
They do.
But it's better than stop starting the game every 2 seconds.
That's going to be changed if not already done. So, because of players getting injured due to VAR not flagging offsides. Yeah, there's pros and cons with VAR. There always has been.
I mean, VAR in rugby doesn't stop if players just because players might take an injury. They continue the passage of play, and then bring it back if needed. And I've never understood why they don't just follow the rugby mold of VAR.
Right. And also why honestly, I think if football referees had their microphone on, then players wouldn't say a lot of things that they say in football. Yeah,
like that's one thing I do. I mean, I'm not a big rugby fan.
No.
You know, I'll watch the odd. Like, I'll watch rugby if people are watching rugby, and I'll enjoy it. I won't go out my way to watch it myself.
No.
One thing I do love is that you can hear what the ref is saying.
Yeah.
Like that they're mic'd up.
Yeah, I think I think that would change football.
It would, and it would stop a lot of the racism and false racism accusations that do happen. Because at the end of the day, like as much as there is racism in football, there is a lot of it which is terrible. There's also, I think, sometimes I'm not going to say false accusations, but there's sometimes players can mishear what other players say.
Yeah.
If the referee's mic'd up, there is no escape.
No, exactly. Corner United.
And referees would get a lot more respect. You know, you've seen referees get a lot more respect since VAR come out. Funny enough, like no one's hated on referees as much these days.
Because they can just turn around and go, well, you know, VAR is gonna
sort it out. Yeah,
sort it out. Yeah.
But yeah, they should mic up the referees, and they should just follow the VAR mold of rugby. I don't know why they didn't. Like, it's like they've done their own thing. When it's like, well, you've got this sport that's sitting right here.
Yeah.
That has done this successfully for God knows how many years have rugby had VAR?
Exactly.
It's got to be quite a few.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Viable. Like you can hear the interactions between the ref and the VAR officials as well in rugby.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. because it's like, I mean, I think it's highlighted as well. I mean, I know it's very minor,
Yeah.
but I don't know if you saw the Dortmund Man City game the other day, but the assistant referee
Oh, yeah.
getting the signature off of Haaland in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Now, I know that's probably like really innocent, and don't get me wrong, like the referee's done really well that game.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just
Yeah, but the thing is that it just goes to show how obviously the referee's done well in that game, but what would happen if Dortmund would have won 3-1, and it would have been really controversial win, and you see that happen?
yeah.
Like there's no way that you can vet like whether referees are one-sided or not. Do you know what I mean?
Bible says amazing how hairdressers are closed yet Pogba has his head in. Football clubs will have that. Will have like hairdressers to come in, so they'll be all COVID safe and all that.
They do. Oh God, there was a footballer that was talking about it. That I can't remember who it was. It wasn't a United player. It was someone else. But yeah, they have a
club hairdresser.
Yeah, but they're not even it's not even like a hairdresser. Like half of them, it's just like people they get in that like work at the club that know how to do it. Like
they know how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I used to have a friend that used to have cornrows as a kid.
Yeah.
And obviously they're really big in like African communities, and his sister used to do his cornrows.
Yeah.
So it's like, like the person that done Pogba's hair might have been a member of the club.
Yeah.
Like someone that works in a canteen that knew how to do hair, but wasn't actually a hairdresser. So it's almost like a hairdressing loophole.
Yeah, I mean, just because Pogba's had has changed his hairstyle doesn't mean he's gone and had a professional hairdresser do it. It just means someone who knows how to do it has done it.
Yeah.
I mean, when I had my dreads done, they weren't done by a hairdresser. It was done by my sister's mate who knew how to do it.
My mum cuts my hair to this day. I haven't been to a hairdresser since probably about 2013.
Right.
Because usually, I mean, I haven't had my hair done in ages, but usually I just have a mohawk.
Yeah.
Like not like a severe one, as you know, Alexi, you've seen it.
Yeah.
And probably this channel has as well, because we started this during lockdown, so I don't know.
No.
But usually she just shaves both sides, trims the top a bit.
Yeah.
Because like, what's the point of me going out and paying 30 quid for someone to do my hair?
Yeah.
When the woman that cut my hair for the first 8 years of my life was my mother. I trust her more, and being an eczema sufferer as well. I trust her.
Yes, but you shouldn't be doing it. It's hey, you ever watch Gaelic football? No, I don't think I've watched Gaelic football. Dude, look at his hair. That was no friend that did that. Not a chance. What? So like people, mate. Just because someone's not a hairdresser doesn't mean they don't know how to do stuff like that. Like
Viable. I grew up in a school in North London, and I'm just because Pogba's black. It's not why I'm pointing this out, but the hairstyle is like, honestly, I went to a school that was like very sort of like African British dominated, and you'd be surprised at how amazing some of the girls were, even at like 14, 15, at doing people's hair. Like they used to sit in lessons at the back of the lessons and like dread and cornrow people's hair. So like, honestly, what Pogba's had done is mini dreads with a bit of bleach in it. It's not even coloured; it's bleached.
Yeah.
Because that's why it looks like orangey, because of the pigments in the hair of like African British, African French people's hair, or I'm going to just say black people's hair. It's not racist to say black people, but black people's hair, because of the pigments, it doesn't go blonde as say like a white person's hair, because of the pigmentation, because of the effect that the sun will have on it, and obviously because he trains out in the sun every day, being a footballer, it will go orangey. So like, yeah, there's definitely a very good chance that, for all we know, his wife done it for him. Because I mean, I've cornrowed one row of hair before, and it does take a long time, by the way. It's not easy to do. I mean, you had dreads. How hard was that to have dreads done? How long did that take you?
way too long.
Yeah, exactly. And it takes even longer getting them out.
Oh yeah. I've had a dreadlocks, but frosted shitlocks take the piss, Pogba. I mean, he's a like, among other things, he's a style icon. So,
I mean, it beats the fact that when he had the blue hair and everyone was like, oh, it's because he wants to go to Man City. It's like, no, it's because he's playing for France in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Like, whatever Pogba does with his hair, people seem to like kick off if it isn't red.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And and when his hair was blue, he scored twice against City. So lol. My ex-wife colored my hair. It's turned grey. I don't have any hair. That's how I get around that. Just don't have any anymore.
I get the odd grey hair.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the odd grey hair in my beard. I just cut them off immediately.
I used to, but my one is that the sign of going grey in my beard is that I'm getting a lot more gingers the older I get.
Yeah, I've got. Well, I think it's actually ginger in my beard. I think it's more auburn.
Sorry.
No, it is.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at I'm laughing because what you said, it reminds me of my auntie's ex-husband, right?
Yeah.
Was ginger.
Right.
And he always used to say, I'm not ginger, I'm strawberry blonde.
Strawberry blonde, yeah. It's like, no, mate, you're ginger.
Yeah, you're ginger, you fuck.
Yeah.
But no, so when you said that, it brought back that giggle memory.
Yeah. Oh, come on! You can do better. You can do better. Come on, let's get this first goal, lads. Come on.
Has there even been a shot on goal yet from either team?
Other than Rashford's free kick, no. Well, sorry, you said on target, no. No, yeah, like, if it is ginger, I'm not bothered. I don't care. Like, my heritage is Scottish, so it probably is ginger. But, people say, oh, it's just ginger, man. It's like, no, auburn is a colour. It exists.
Yeah,
and I think it does look more auburn than ginger. But if it's ginger, I don't give a shit. That's fine. I don't care. That was a free. What?
Bloody hell.
That looked like a foul to me.
I'll be fine going grey. Like, I've said to Emma multiple times, like, my dad started going grey.
Yeah.
Around about. I'm trying to think now because I'm trying to think of about 40. Because my family come from a family of thick, dark brown hair.
Yeah.
My dad had actually black hair. And because of, I won't get into the genealogy of my family, but because like my great grandmother was black, it's like we got really thick, like curly hair.
Yeah.
And we retain our color for years.
Yeah.
So like I thought by the time I hit like my age now, like there's some of my friends that are already going grey, like they're getting like sort of like the grey sides.
Yeah,
it's the sides that are usually the first to go. Like me, like Emma will find the odd grey in my hair.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'll go gracefully grey. I'll happily be a silver fox. Like, don't bother me.
Yes, viable. I agree. Granada do have a nice stadium.
Yeah, they really do, don't they?
Yeah, it's small, but it's got a lot of seats in it, and it looks quite modern. To be fair, so yeah, they've got a decent little stadium. To be fair,
where is Granada based? Because I feel like
in Granada.
Yeah, I know it's based in Granada. Whereabouts in Spain is it? Ah, okay, it's southern Spain near Malaga. I thought it was.
The Granada Stadium, 19,500 people. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, because I used to fly into. Sometimes it was cheaper when I lived in Alicante. When I first went over there, it was cheaper to fly into Malaga
Yeah.
and drive to Alicante than it was to go to Alicante Airport.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, on the highway to where I was living, must have seen Granada on the posts, because I was like, I always recognised the name, but just didn't know where it was. I thought it might have been like in Portugal, Madeira. I thought it might have been one of those like little islands just off of the coast or something.
That Kennedy down again. No, it's not Kennedy, is it? No. Mr. Kennedy!
I mean...
Herrera. I mean, he kind of fouled himself there, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Bruno was a good sportsman to put the ball out, to be honest with you, because he didn't hurt his head.
No, he didn't have to put it out, but... again, I think that's a part of football sometimes where it's just like, you need to not be so nice. Like, you've got to be ruthless, really. But yeah, it's all well and good being nice, and let's give him a round of applause, everyone. But for God's sake, it looks massive for 19,500. To be honest, has 3 tiers. Not much stadiums in England with under 20k and 3-tier stands. Yeah, no, it's a really nice stadium for the capacity.
I think it's because in Spain, and this is something that someone told me years ago when I lived over there. With Spain, they have the reason they have such wide stadiums.
Yeah.
With very wide arenas is to allow the air to get into the stadium better. Because obviously the heat.
Yeah. Rashford. Ooh. You should be crossing that in, Rash, not going for goal, mate. From there. Good ball from.
That's why I don't. Have you ever been to the Nou Camp before?
I've barely left the UK, so no.
Oh, that's weird. Doing a replay, but the opposite side.
Yeah, the goal reverse angle.
Yeah, that was really bizarre. That was really close. No, but like the Nou Camp looks really weird. Like it doesn't look as big as you'd think it does. Because because of how wide it is.
Yeah.
It looks like someone's taken like a big stadium and stepped on it and squashed it down. Yeah. But it's just to let the air circulate. That's all it is.
Yeah. And they're expanding the Nou Camp as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're trying to make it. They're trying to get it to over 100,000 seater now. The Bernabeu is my favourite stadium in Europe. It's stunning. Yeah, the Bernabeu, from what I've seen of it, does look phenomenal. To be fair,
people would not hate, but they'd laugh at me for what my favourite stadium was. So my favourite stadium, and I say was key, was Upton Park.
Oh yeah, Upton Park was a great stadium. It's really good. Like
honestly, the atmosphere of a game was just, there was something about it, the way it was built, and like you could hear the way that the echoes of fans went around the stadium and seeing the bubbles and stuff was just like it was breathtaking. I mean, it doesn't beat seeing my first United game, but in terms of overall atmosphere. Yeah. Such a beautiful stadium. Like the worst thing West Ham ever done was sell it and go to the Olympic Stadium. Oh, be right back 1 sec. Just use the loo.
Yeah, no problem, mate. I've seen the Camp Nou and I wasn't impressed. Yeah, like the Camp Nou doesn't look impressive, but it's just a giant cauldron, basically, isn't it? It's just a giant cauldron. That's all it is. Twickenham is a stunning stadium. I haven't been there either. So bit of a to do there with United not giving the ball back to Granada after them having them put the ball out for an injury. But gave it back in the end. But This is maybe what happens. It's a good goal kick, I think. Boo. Rashford!
Oh, come on!
Marcus Rashford! 1-0.
What a time to come back!
What a time to come back. So I think that was from a goal kick because we didn't see it on our screen because the match director didn't catch it. So
the one part of De Gea's game that's missing is his distribution. So if this is from a goal kick,
here we go. Bible says the second J leaves, we score. Yeah,
I know. Oh
Victor,
wait, is it going to be a Lindelof pass?
Yeah, it is. Another assist for Victor Lindelof.
Brilliant. He's so good at it.
Yeah, brilliant
Lovely
take
touch.
and a great finish. There's the away goal.
Yeah, technically I wasn't gone because I saw the goal happen. So it was like the minute I came back we scored. So maybe I'm good luck. Please, Viable, please don't do this to me.
Rashi, 1-0, fantastic. He says, Jay, could you take a break again in 15 minutes? No.
Trust me, the way my stomach's been, I probably need another shit in about 15.
Yeah, probably. So 1-0. That's the first goal that we wanted. It's taken half an hour for us to get going, but we got lucky there.
We did.
Soldado didn't know much about that one. That's a foul on Bruno.
Is that the same Soldado that used to play for Spurs?
Yes, it is. I mean, in terms of like the actual like live match time, you definitely weren't on the screen.
No, I weren't on the screen, but I was standing over here, and then I saw it, and that's when I came running in and saying yes.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know, like when something happens, you kind of freeze, and then
viable. It says, Alexi, we should spike Jay's drink with laxatives, and then we'd win every game 15-0.
Feel the love.
Yeah. Victor gonna get there? Yeah, he gets there. Yes, it's Soldado. He used to play for Valencia and Tottenham. Fernandez looking for Dan James. One thing is pace, mate. He gets there. Oh, headed away from Rashford.
I'll tell you what, right? That weren't a bad bloody ball.
Yeah, Dan James put in a good cross there.
Like on the run as well.
Yeah, I mean he's not done anything this game really, Dan James, but that was a decent cross.
Well, he'll probably come into the game a bit more now that Granada have to
Granada
attack.
don't need to push forwards, I don't think. Like they can just keep playing the way they were because
they're going to have to start doing it though because we've got the away goal.
Yeah, true. He says, only messing with you, Jay, mate.
Nice, alright, you're on my kill list now.
Yeah. Dunzo, mate, Dunzo.
I'm too fat and lazy to execute that list. Jesus.
Rashford. Into Greenwood. Heavy touch. Keeps the ball though. To Bruno.
Oh, do you know what? I know. I'm like all jokes aside. I know why. I've just realised now why you think I wasn't here when the goal went in. I'm about 3 or 4 seconds behind you.
Yeah.
Because you was like into Greenwood. Then I was like, no, that's Rashford, and then he passed it to Greenwood.
Okay.
Yeah. Jesus, where my beard's overhanging. When my beard's overhanging, it looks like I've got a hole in my tooth, but it's my beard overhanging.
Yeah. He says, "I'm off your Christmas card list, I guess." Says Bible. I mean, you're one of our few. You're one of our only supporters, mate. So you're first name on that list right now.
To be fair, my mum and Emma are lucky enough to get a Christmas card. So
yeah, I don't like. Honestly, I've stopped doing Christmas cards now. Although I guess if I'm in China, I'm gonna have to send a few.
I am cutting my beard, by the way.
You
or my moustache.
What's that? You are?
Yeah.
Fair.
Was doing my head in.
Jay, I was watching the game live and have your stream open. You were not here. Trust me, mate. Oh no, yeah, no, but that's also because BT Sport have about a 15-second delay.
Yeah, I'm about 5 seconds behind.
So altogether we're like 20 seconds behind. also the stream time difference as well, which is only about a second or two, but still. I've got I'm currently got the highest bid on a new CPU, and I'm watching another one.
Oh, nice.
So by next week, I could have a i9 to be a massive upgrade for this computer, and I'll be able to actually play Cyberpunk properly now and stream it. We have to do both. You're at least 2 minutes behind me, lol. Well, no, it wasn't, because like I saw your comment. I'm on version 1. Okay. I saw your comment of like get in, and then it was about 30 seconds later that I saw it. So it's not 2 minutes. It's about 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds, but it's not 2 minutes.
That's the hard thing with doing watch-alongs as well, is that you can't always guarantee that you're going to be ahead of the people watching.
No, that's true.
Though I'm still shocked that the worst one we ever had was the day we watched it on BBC, because we kept on being about 30. Like 1 minute you were 30 seconds ahead of me, then we would refresh, and I'd be 30 seconds ahead of you.
Yeah, that was confusing.
And it's really weird because it's BBC. You'd think that it'd be the same everywhere. Same with BT Sport, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I thought it at least a minute after the goal. Oh, okay, yeah, fair. Yeah. So the one that I'm getting is the 9900K. So it's 8 core, 16 thread.
That's what I've got.
Yeah. And it's just gonna be so much better. Like, because I've already got a 6 gig graphics card and 24 gig of RAM.
You wait till you render a video on one of those bad boys, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be so quick.
I don't know what your PC's like now, but I remember back in the day when I used to render videos for YouTube, that like if I was rendering a video, I'd have to do it at night because there's no way I could do anything else on my PC. I'd have to close everything and let the video render out. Now,
I can render a video and like watch YouTube at the same time.
Yeah, but now I can render 4 videos at once, and still play video games.
Yeah.
On a 990K. I also have 32 gig of RAM, which helps, but it's more the processor that is the issue.
Father says, we do need to get a timer back, but it's just been such a pain to do. But yeah, we'll definitely get like I'll look at getting a new timer sorted out. I have the i9 900K. It's a beast of a CPU.
It is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like I'm determined to get one.
The thing is that like everyone like screams about AMD and Ryzen's and stuff. Don't get me wrong, they're good CPUs, but they're good CPUs because they're middle of the market price.
Yeah.
If you can invest or find a way to get a 990K, an i9. There's no comparison. They're so much better.
Yeah.
Like the load they can handle, the clock speed on a high end Ryzen is a bit faster, but in terms of the weight that an i9 can carry, like I mean PCs were built for Intel technology anyway, so
yeah,
it just seems to it just seems like I mean I love my i9.
yeah.
And like I said, I could render 4 videos at once and carry on playing video games if I wanted on mine.
Bible says things if you don't have a good motherboard, it'll be a bottleneck. No, yeah, I've got a half decent motherboard. It's all right. I'm Intel all the way. AMD drivers suck, and their updates always have a problem. Yeah, whenever AMD bring out some new products, there's always issues with it.
And the thing with AMD is they like a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, I'm going to get an AMD CPU. I'm going to get a Ryzen." And I was like, and I'm always like, "What graphics card you got?" And they're like, "Oh, an NVIDIA 2080." I was like, "Jesus, you're going to have issues because they're not going to have the same relationship as like, you know, if you're going to get an AMD processor, just go all out and get an AMD graphics card because." You need to have that relationship, and Intel and NVIDIA have that relationship that they work well together. And I've always been an NVIDIA man, so I'll always be an Intel guy.
I mean,
and
like
I've built so many PCs over the years as well.
Yeah, like the main thing is the AMD graphics cards aren't that good.
No, they're not. They're not. But
like I was gonna build a Ryzen system, but now that I'm just buying a new CPU, it's just like I'm just gonna stick with Intel.
I mean, if someone came up to me, like if say like my little cousin came up to me and said, "Oh, I want to start streaming, but my PC is not good enough," and I only have a small amount of money, build me a PC, it would contain AMD parts.
Yeah.
But if someone came up to me and said, "All right, I've got $3,000 to burn. I want to build a PC," I would give them an Intel processor and an NVIDIA graphics card. Like, I mean, there's a reason why NVIDIA graphics cards are so expensive at the moment because of the Bitcoin, the data mining, the cryptocurrency data mining and stuff. It's because they can handle the most load on them. Yeah.
So Bible says Corsair 68. I don't know what case that is. i90 not yet. 9900K. MSI Tri-Force 28 Super. Nice. 64 gig of RAM. Terabyte NVMe drive. And a 13 terabyte storage space. Nice. Yeah, I just got a 2 terabyte external drive today.
Not far off of what I've got. I've got 64 gig of RAM. Because when I first bought my PC, I was planning to, and I'm getting back into it. Ooh, yeah. I'm getting back into it, but planning to do a lot more video editing. Yeah, and that's when you need a lot of RAM. But yeah, like I've got a 2080 and 64 gig of RAM.
Yeah.
But I've got a really stock PC specialist case. So
same. Yeah, I've got PC specialist case as well.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not that fussed about having like all the friggin' lights and that. It's just like because no one's gonna see it apart from me, and I just don't really care. Like like my question is it well ventilated? Cool. That's what I care about.
Yeah. I mean, mine's got the they say 3 inches gap either side, but plus mine's water cooled, so and it's got
nice.
I think 8 fans on it, and I run all those fans at low, and my CPU never overheats.
No, well I got myself some thermal paste as well, because obviously I'll be putting in the new CPU. I've got a TFA Thermalright. It was one of the highest rated ones on Amazon.
I need to change my thermal paste soon. You're meant to do it every 6 months. I haven't done mine in the year I've had my PC. I've not done mine in the 5 years I've had my PC. Jesus.
Yeah. RAM speed is more important. Yeah, RAM speed is more important than than the amount of RAM. Mine is water cooled CPU. No, yeah, I've not gone as far as water cooled yet. Like the next thing.
Mine's not even water cooled. Mine's liquid cooled, which
Nice.
is like they use a special kind of oil.
Yeah.
And it's not just the CPU either; it's the graphics card as well. And
nice. Well, my next thing is to get a better CPU cooler, because like mine's fine. Mine does a decent job, but if I want to like keep improving the quality of my PC and that, then yeah, I'll be doing that. Then at some point, I'm going to upgrade to a new motherboard as well.
I want you to somehow record you fitting. If you ever get water cooling, fitting it yourself, it's the most terrifying thing ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, like when I fit my first water cooled thing, it's like it just seemed like so bizarre. I'm putting water into electric.
Yeah.
And like literally, you shit yourself doing it.
Yeah.
The liquid cooling stuff, I weren't so fussed about because it doesn't, like the way they do it. I don't think it conducts electricity.
No.
So I weren't that worried. But when I done my first water cooling, like I was shitting myself.
Dan James with a really terrible touch there. That was so poor. And that shows his like low level of quality there, really, Dan James.
Yeah.
Ramasaka with a really good tackle.
In a really mundane half, really.
Yeah. No, once he has plenty of time to change pace, but you should know when to do it. Is when the PC starts heating. I use the Corsair i115 Platinum CPU cooler. It's water cooled, but it's all sealed and easy to fix. Nice. Well in Wambas.
One of my favorite things to do when like I'm having a bad day or something is to watch people build PCs. I love it.
Oh yeah. I enjoy watching people build PCs as well. At half time, it's 1-0.
Linus Tech Tips is a good one.
And it's Rashford's goal from Lindelof's phenomenal hit over the top. Wouldn't be surprised to see Rashford's come off at half time, but he's been one of our brightest players, so don't know. We've got a crucial away goal. We could definitely do with another. Although we've been talking about all sorts of things in that first half, what are your thoughts on that first half performance, Jay?
I mean, we've only had one shot on target. It led to a goal, so at least it's been clinical. But again, it speaks volumes of our creativity,
or lack of, yeah.
Yeah, like we're
shooting from 25 yards a lot and not hitting the target.
It's like I said in the live stream the other day, and it's funny because I've never heard anyone mention it, and now loads of people are mentioning it, which is that like the opposition team don't create a low block. We cause the low block.
Yeah.
We let teams get behind the ball.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
It's just like there's no urgency. And it's like I know that there's two legs and all of that, but as we've seen a couple of times, Granada have had a couple of pop shots, and yeah, that they went to the keeper, but all it takes is a couple of yards either side.
Yeah.
And you got yourself a really good chance.
Yeah.
And it's like
that's it.
We're just so slow, and like it was good like seeing Lindelof put that ball into Rashford. But the thing is that I know it sounds bad, but that's a long ball.
It is, yeah, and yes, it worked, but we
don't want to rely on that.
That was our. I mean, Rashford's not our striker today, but that was our striker's only real chance of the game, and that and we're playing against Grenada, who we should be hammering. Really, I mean, we've been comfortably in control of the game, but It's not been good enough. Viable says I built my PC live on YouTube. Nice, awesome. Like I mean, I was saying to was I saying to you, Jay? I can't remember who I was saying it to now. Like when I'm living in China, it's going to be really cheap to get parts.
No, it weren't me you were saying it to.
Okay, so because obviously it's all made in China.
Yeah.
So like I was looking on the it's called WeChat, which is but when you're in China, you run your whole life through an app called WeChat, including buying and selling and finding jobs and finding accommodation. Like everything is run on the app, so the government can keep an eye on you. Anyway, so I was looking at like computer parts and that, and for an i10, so for an Intel i10. It works out to roughly 200 quid.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's like what 600-700 quid over here, easy. It's like so. I mean, I sort of like looked for a few parts and worked out that I could probably build a pretty high end Intel PC. That would piss all over my current PC, even if I get this new CPU, for probably about 600 quid. I'll be earning double that every month when I'm over there. But it's ridiculous.
When's your start date? Have you got that yet?
Well, it's going to be later than July now. It's going to be August or September. They want to move it back. And for the first 2 months, I'll be living in Shanghai, not Beijing.
I'll tell you what, that's a bonus though, because I've never been, but I know a couple of people that on the way to Australia stopped off in China for a bit.
Yeah,
and Shanghai is apparently a beautiful city.
Yeah, so, it's supposed to be kind of it's not a touristy place, but it's a place that's full of life.
Yeah.
So basically, obviously, I'm not going to name the company or anything like that. But basically, I'll be living out there for 2 months, and the company that I'm working for will be paying for a hotel. So
the
downside being I'll be living in a hotel for 2 months, but it's free because I'll be paying for it, and I get 2 months of training ahead of teaching.
That's pretty decent, yeah.
Which is decent, and then I'll be going to Beijing after that.
If I'm not mistaken, Shanghai is where the Terracotta Army is, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Graphics cards are made in Taiwan, and i10 would have been no good to you, Lexi. It wouldn't fit your motherboard. No. I mean, yes, I did. Yeah, that's not what I was saying. Viable. I was saying that I'll be able to get an i10, and basically I'll be able to build a whole new PC. Like I wouldn't be putting it in this because I can't anyway. I'm fully aware of that, Bible. I'm not stupid, mate. But thank you for trying to save me from that potential embarrassment, though. But yeah, so just for not a lot of money, I'll be able to build a pretty high-end PC, which is awesome. So it's going to be later than I thought, and not quite what I thought. But so Ajax have beaten Roma, and Villarreal beating Zagreb, and Arsenal and Slavia Prague is goalless at the moment. So we have had 8 shots, 1 on target, 68% possession, 290 passes. I mean,
we've definitely dominated, but we just haven't created.
Dominate's probably not the right word. We've been in control. We've not dominated. Domination would be we've had 13 shots, 12 on target. You know what I mean?
That's what I meant. We've been on top, but haven't
really taken command. Here's a replay of that brilliant goal. I mean, it's a really good goal, and just shows the quality that we've got.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Rashford was brilliant to finish that, but all hats off to Lindelof, because how often that we watch, especially admittedly, recently it's not been the same because Cavani's barely moved. But how often do we watch Cavani make like a little run, and it's just like or Donny when he played make a little run, and no one's taking the risk of passing it forward. Lindelof has no right. Lindelof has no right.
Yeah.
Finding Rashford there.
That's the third time that he's done that this season, though. Lindelof.
Yeah.
I know. Just saying that. Thank God you didn't bid on an i10 as well, mate. Oh no, that's for when I'm in China. That's for when I've paid off my debts and when I've got just money lying around.
Build a secondary PC with an i10 in it. Don't put it in your current one, kind of thing.
Yeah, but I mean, then this one would become my secondary PC for sure. But yeah, I doubt I will though, because my main aim really is to save up loads of money when I'm over there. So I have some like decent savings when I because I want to buy a house eventually.
So I used to growing up, I lived next door to a Chinese restaurant, and I was really good friends, and I went to school with the kid. He was the same age as me, the kid that lived there, and I used to go over to his house for dinner. And honestly, like Chinese food, not the stuff that they sell in the takeaways. That's English Chinese.
That's
food.
English Chinese food, yeah.
But like Chinese food, actual like the proper dumplings and stuff. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah. No Google in China there, mate. Good luck with their browser. They'll know what colour botchels. I mean, I'll have a VPN viable. Don't you worry, mate. Don't you worry. I'll have a VPN. Like my contact, my coach, whatever you call him, was just like the worst kept secret in China is that just everyone uses a VPN.
Yeah, so, I mean,
I'll be setting myself as like America, so I can get American Netflix and all that. Is that someone painting the United logo on the size of Paul Scholes' face?
It looked like it.
It looked like it. Yeah, it really looked like it. No, I will not be using Chinese internet. Well, technically I will, but I'll be in a different continent on my devices. I'll be in China. My devices will be in California. But anyway,
I mean, if we were to be doing a watch along for a Champions League game next year, it'd be 4 a.m. for you now. So,
well, I think. Go on.
I'm thinking that quite a few of the
I was told the most likely days off I'll have will be Tuesday and Wednesday.
You'll have off.
Yeah, I'll have off from work, so I may well actually be able to do the Champions League games.
What about weekends?
Doubtful. The weekends are the busiest apparently. So. Yeah. So might be get Kaz also, get Kaz in for some games or whatever as well. That's a possibility because he's a football fan. I know he's a Scouse fan, but yeah.
Or have to start hiring.
Yeah, I have to start hiring, mate. That's it. Yeah.
By hiring, I mean get someone to do it for free because we don't pay ourselves.
Because we don't pay ourselves. Yeah. Yep. American Netflix is so much better. We are getting ripped off over here. Oh, we are. Yeah. Our Netflix is rubbish. But I mean, I currently don't pay for Netflix. I just use my sister's. So yeah. But she uses my Disney Plus, so it's all good.
Yeah, I use my cousin's. I use my cousin's Netflix, but I've got my own Disney Plus just purely for Falcon and the Winter Soldier and.
Oh, it's so good! Oh, it's so good, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh my god, I'm loving it!
So good.
I love it so much that I'm happy. I'm happy that it's weekly.
Yeah,
and I'm unhappy that it hasn't all been released at once like Netflix do. Cobra Kai is like one of my favorite series.
Yeah,
I binge I came to Cobra Kai late. I came when season 3 came out, and literally I binged all 3 seasons on New Year's Day this year. and I've watched it over and over again because I think it's so. Because I loved the Karate Kid growing up. I loved it. It was the reason I done karate as a kid.
Yeah.
And so, like, seeing it again, and like, it's so much better than the movies were, except for the fact that it misses Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it's so good. But like,
it is.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I'm like, eat like every Friday, like tomorrow, like I think tonight actually at midnight.
But I can't, unfortunately, because straight after this game, I'm going to bed. So.
Well, I slept from like 3 onwards.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay up to watch to see when it gets dropped.
Nice.
Because honestly, like, I'm a huge MCU fan.
Me too.
Huge. I honestly I love those movies.
I watched 2 movies today. Just
like I know people will say stuff about like Thor: Dark World and stuff like that, like being a bad MCU movie, but
it's fine. It's a good film. I like it.
There is no bad MCU movie. I watch them over and over again. I mean, that's an interesting one. I've never watched it.
Me either, but that's because I refuse to watch it.
Yes, well, no, I've never watched it. Oh, I haven't. Sorry, I haven't watched it since I first watched it.
Oh, okay.
But even though it is technically part of the MCU, it's like it's not considered
canon.
Well, it is canon because Tony Stark's in it at the end.
Sorry, it's canon, but it's not actually included in the.
So I never watch it.
No, it's kind of like a book rather than because it's not on Disney Plus. Well, no. It is, but it's in the legacy stuff. It's not in the actual Marvel timeline. It's in the Marvel legacy stuff because it's canon, but it's not considered an MCU film anymore.
And I watch all those films, but I've always said from the minute that Winter Soldier came out, I loved Bucky's character.
Bucky's brilliant. I love Bucky.
But I loved Sam Wilson. And what they've done with the Winter Soldier series, I mean, I'm not going to give any spoilers away, but the people that they've brought back, obviously the first episode, Don Cheadle makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Sharon Carter turns up in it. Fucking Baron Zemo.
Oh, looks like Teles is coming on.
But honestly, it's so good, and their banter between each other. I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but if you haven't seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just watch it just for Bucky and Sam's therapy session. It's fucking hilarious.
Absolutely.
It's so funny. Them two being in therapy together. It's just
I'll change that on the team sheet.
Luke Shaw seems to have picked up a knock.
So
or either that, or he was on a yellow. It's because he was on a yellow card.
Yeah. So Tellers has replaced Shaw. That's the one change we've made at half time. Second half about to get underway. Set you pick of my stream and set up on Discord, guys. Ooh, nice. Let me just have a look at that.
Do you know what? Sometimes I forget we've got a Discord.
Where have you put it?
Probably the wrong Discord because I can't see it either.
I watched the first 3 episodes. It's only average in my opinion. I mean, I'm just not going to respond to that.
I mean, I loved WandaVision as well, and
WandaVision was fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of people found that hard to get into, but I love it because it's one of those ones where it's a slow start, but then it hits you in the face.
Yeah.
But I think the reason people were disappointed is because everyone was like, Doctor Strange is going to turn up. And it's like, it doesn't need Doctor Strange.
No,
it's brilliant. No. And the fact that there's still a Vision out there in the world is brilliant. I reckon it will turn up in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I wouldn't be surprised if they've got to tie in the TV shows somehow because they're all canon, you know.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in that.
I mean, Agents of Shield was just not that good, unfortunately.
The first couple of seasons were good. Then it just
Yeah,
kind of
it just tailed off.
yeah, like stuff like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. They're good as one shot seasons. Like you do one season of it and leave it at that. Don't milk it dry. Agents of Shield, they milked it dry,
Yeah,
and they never brought it back into the MCU. Like the whole fact that Phil Coulson came back to life, but he never
yeah,
showed up again in an MCU movie, makes me
yeah,
think
yeah.
it wasn't canon.
Okay, yeah, I can see it viable. It's ended up in the United Weekly YouTube thing, which I mean, that's just for the United Weekly YouTube stuff. But I mean, it's only us three in there at the moment anyway, and Kaz, so it doesn't really matter. But just in future, put that in like gaming and streaming at the bottom. I like a setup there. That's nice.
That is a nice setup.
That's a nice setup. Fancy.
That's the same case as our friend Shaggy's got.
Yeah, Ghost Rider was awesome in Agents of Shield. I don't think I got that far.
No, he was a good. There were good things about Agents of Shield. That's the thing.
I got don't get me wrong, I got quite far through Agents of Shield. I can't remember where I got up to now, to be honest.
The best thing about or one of the most underrated ones was God, I can't. This is how underrated it was. I can't even remember the name of it, but it was Peggy Carter's series. I think it was just called Carter, wasn't it?
Oh, Carter, yeah. Oh no,
that was
Agent Carter.
Agent Carter. That's it.
Yeah.
That was actually really good, and seeing like Jarvis appear and stuff, and
yeah,
that was really good. But it's going to be really interesting because I mean, I think the next MCU film to come out is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's not on Disney Plus yet because it's basically they're going to release the next phase. Once the next phase is complete, they'll be putting it all on Disney Plus, but they're waiting for it to be complete. Although I'll definitely be buying the Black Widow on Disney Plus when it comes out.
Oh yeah.
I started it a year ago. I've put 10k into it, and doing a new build soon. 10k. Wow. Okay.
Have you got free mices? Mouses? Mice? Have you got free mice?
Mices, I think.
Mises. Let's go Mises.
Why do I have so many Mises? I think it's what he's trying to say. Oh, Granada on top here. Oh, I forgot to change the half, didn't I? Which is another reason why we need to get the timer working again. So I'll just press the timer instead.
I was gonna say you'd still probably forget to hit start because that's what I used to do.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna do a Sky Sports type deal for next season, which is do a bit of a channel graphics update.
Oh, that's a foul. Sweet, man.
Good turn by James.
Oh, yeah, it was a good turn, and it was, I mean, a good foul, I guess.
He fucked himself though.
He did. He's hit himself there. Yeah. Oh, he's caught his knee there. Yeah.
Oh, Diddums.
And Dan James is down as well. Because you're not hardcore. Unless you... Sorry, go on.
Is that from School of Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
One of my favourite movies of all time. It's one of the reasons I started playing guitar. Or like I had a guitar for years and then actually started playing it.
Okay, yeah. All right,
baby, we were making straight A's.
Yeah.
We were stuck in the dumb days. Yeah. Jack Black's best movie, other than when he was in fuck. No, he wasn't. Don't worry. I was thinking of
when he was in fuck. Yeah.
High Fidelity. Sorry.
Oh yeah. So one mouse is for editing videos. It's a Logitech with a side scroll wheel on it. The second is Razer Mamba for gaming, and the third one is Razer Mamba Wireless. Only got that for RGB. It looks awesome. Lol. I have a wireless and a wired mouse. That's it.
It's like a man. It's like a man that has 3 wives. It's like one's for sucking me off, one's for looking pretty.
Jay, stop
sorry, one's for looking pretty, and one's because she does the dishes.
Does the dishes. Yeah. So like, both of my mices, whatever you want to call them, tellers or decent then, both have the side buttons and the scroller that stops. It's not just a continuous scroll one. It's like a clicky scroll. Best thing I bought for my setup is Coca-Cola fridge. It's under the desk. Nothing that I said streaming and reaching down for a cold one. Nice.
I mean, I've always wanted a mini fridge, but I think that would exacerbate my drinking problem.
It would, yeah. The best, the best fridge that I've been close to owning was in the recording studio. We had a Marshall fridge.
Oh, I always wanted one of those.
Yeah, the
amp opens up at the front, doesn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted one of those.
Yeah, we had one.
Oh man,
we had one in the studio.
They actually released a version that actually played as well.
And that was like, it costs extra though, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, they only made a limited run, and Kirk Hammett from Metallica has one of them.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a yellow card. That's got to be a yellow card, right? That's ridiculous that he stuck his foot out like that. Oh, I think McTominay scores there if he doesn't make that challenge. Oh yeah, whack their knees together there. Oh yeah, it was certainly painful for both of them.
I mean, he's fucking wrapped up already. Like, his hands fucked, his legs fucked. Right. Soon it's gonna be, it's just a flesh wound.
Yeah, he's just fucked. Ooh. What happened?
I think Harry Maguire must have called for it, and Lindelof ducked.
Yeah, and then they kind of confused one another.
Yeah, Lindelof should have gone for that.
I mean, last time he was up there, he friggin' he like Falcon kicked that guy and prevented Axel scoring his first goal for United. Falcon kick. It's like, oh, Victor, no. Why?
Shuriken.
Yeah. Falcon punch. Hadouken. Wolfsroda, and etc. What's the Skyrim one?
Don't know. I've never been a fan of Morrowind games. Not Morrowind. Elder Scrolls games.
Elder Scrolls games. Yeah, I played Skyrim and the one before it. Whatever it's called. Oblivion. Yeah, I played Oblivion. Like, I played 3 and got confused by it and gave up because I was like young. Then I played Oblivion and played the shit out of that game. It was awesome. And then Skyrim, I played years after it came out. Made Daenerys Targaryen, played for 2 hours, and then uninstalled it. I was like, yeah, I'm bored.
I don't like the style of game. It's the same as the Dark Souls games.
Yeah.
The Souls games, as they call them. Like, it's the combat style, and like, it's, don't get me wrong. I see the appeal. It's very realistic, as if like, as if that's how you would be if you were in that situation. But for me, it's like, I don't know. I grew up on like the kind of Final Fantasy kind of stuff, and it's just like an RPG for me. Like, I'll always be a big lover of turn-based, and I think Final Fantasy VII Remake done a good job of mixing
Mixing the two
together.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's like, yeah, I've never been a fan of. I've tried, but I just not a fan of the gameplay. Though funny enough, though, is that I loved The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Or I love the whole Witcher series, but especially The Witcher 3, which is a very similar play style.
Yeah.
But there was something about The Witcher 3. I think it was a story.
Yeah, there is just something about the Witcher 3, to be fair. It's a very good video game.
Yeah, and oh my god, have you seen the series?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, my mate done the visual. My mate done the visual effects on that series.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But honestly, like that, I think it was the story of The Witcher that made me keep playing. Like it's kind of like one of those games where, like, it's like a Metal Gear Solid game. Like you don't care that you don't care that there's only limited gameplay. Ooh. You don't care that there's limited gameplay to it. You just want to. It's like the whole thing is like playing to get to the next cutscene.
Yeah, that's it. Viable says Dark Souls is hard, but nowhere near as hard as Sekiro. I agree. Sekiro is the ultimate rage quit game. Lol. I also agree. 100 times harder than Dark Souls games. Yes, Sekiro is a game that takes ultimate patience. Like you just because it is just down to skill. Like Dark Souls games, you can kind of derp your way through. You can just, you've got there are certain mechanics that you can kind of take advantage of in the Dark Souls games that just don't exist in that. If you're looking for an awesome game to play, Jay, Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
I've heard about that. Yeah,
it's an amazing game, better than The Witcher. Oh, better than The Witcher. There you go. Glowing recommendation there.
I mean, I think the reason that I like The Witcher so much, it's not for the gameplay. It's because I read the books before I played the game.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones, like with me, is that I'm a big gamer, but it takes a lot to draw me into a game.
Yeah.
And because I'd read the books of The Witcher before I'd even touched one of the games, it's like I felt part of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Or even try Horizon Zero Dawn. Both games are better. I did play Horizon Zero Dawn when I lived with one of my old housemates had a PS4, so I got to play some Horizon. It was a lot of fun, to be fair. A lot of fun. But I think I'm just kind of done with those really expansive open world games like that. Where it's just like, oh, go and do this thing. I am sort of Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 is sort of like that a bit, but the whole game is about it's like everything that what's it called? Wildlands. Ghost Recon Wildlands should have been, essentially, but except that instead of having a team, it's just you by yourself and you just snipe everyone. It's awesome. I love it because as you know, Jay, I'm just a huge fan of sniping. I just love sniping.
I'm gonna make sure I keep an eye on my window.
But yeah, any shooting game I pick up, I'll just go. I was just okay, how good how good is the sniping in this game? That's the first thing that I want to know.
The thing is with YouTube is it's made me really lazy for single player games.
Yeah,
because especially there's a few people, for example, the Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
I'm my favorite game of it's definitely joint with one other game, but Final Fantasy X is one of my favorites.
Yeah. Oh, 10. 10 was brilliant.
Yeah. 10 is literally my favorite game.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a big fan of 8 or 9.
I love 8. I mean, partly because 8 is the one I've played the most, but it's still my favorite. I would say, just about.
And
10 was brilliant.
This is where my point comes in, is that instead of playing through 8 again or playing through 9 again, what I'll do is whilst I'm working on something, I'll whack up like if you just Google like Final Fantasy IX cinematic playthrough.
Yeah.
Someone's literally created like a movie of the games, and they're like, it's. I'm gonna give him fuck it. I'll get it's a shout out, whatever. But it's Dan's 08 or something like that. Dan's G08 or something like that.
Right.
And he does these like cinematic playthroughs of games, and it's not just Final Fantasy games, but he's mainly a Final Fantasy channel.
Yeah.
And like rather than playing through Final Fantasy X again, for example, sometimes I'll just like. I'll whack on this cinematic playthrough and I'll play it from like my favorite bit.
Yeah.
And stuff, and just watch it as if I was watching a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I don't play a lot of single player games anymore.
Yeah.
Like same with Metal Gear Solid. When I watched you play Metal Gear Solid 2 on your Metal Gear Solid Monday that you were doing, like I was like, because that's one of my favorite games of all time. I was like, I really want to remember the story again, so I literally played a cinematic version of it.
Nice.
Over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Because when I came into your stream, you were right near the end.
Yeah.
So
Viable says, I swore I would never play Fortnite, but I actually love playing it. I tried playing it, but I was just like, this is just not, this isn't marketed to me at all. This is not my kind of game.
Never been a fan of shooters, to be honest with you, like FPS games.
Yeah.
The only time I was back in the old days when Xbox Live was first the thing.
Yeah.
On like the original Xbox and Xbox 360, and me and my mates play like Call of Duty and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Cavani's coming on. Viable says, I love sniping as well. Yeah, like I used to sit on CS:GO, Call of Duty 4, and Rainbow Six Vegas 2. And just snipe on all of them, and just kill out, and just like always on versus, always against people, and just snipe everyone to death. It was great. It was good times for me, and not good times for anyone else.
I think that Fortnite would be better if they didn't have the building aspect.
Yeah,
like that's the thing that always used to piss me off. Was that you'd be having a fight with someone.
Yeah,
and they're just building walls. It's just like, I can't be asked. Just kill me.
I can't build, but I can take your eyebrows off the sniper rifle. Yeah, like my mate Kyle. He came in last week. To be fair, into the stream, Jay.
He was the one that doesn't not a big football fan, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I remember him.
Yeah. He Dan James in a good position. Yeah, he tried to teach me how to like build and stuff in Fortnite. I was like, yeah, I'll try. Like, I'll give it a go. But I was just like, nah, this just feels silly. Just can't be bothered with this. So it's probably going to be Rashford who comes off. And like James will go left, Greenwood right, and Cavani down the middle, I guess.
No, it's Fernandes coming off.
No, it's
Rashford,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Rashford, yeah.
I was going to say, I thought it said 18 on the board.
It's sort of, it did.
The angle.
Yeah, it did kind of look like it, to be fair. I just need to go and re-add Cavani. Edson Cavani. And Rashford's come off, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
Yeah. And there's Mason. Yeah. I can't be bothered to move to go to the hassle of swapping James and Greenwood around. So yeah, we have a more experienced striker on now. So Tellers and Cavani have both come on. It's not been the performance that we wanted. It's not been a super. I mean, Granada haven't really threatened us too much, have they? Let's be honest.
No. Most of the chances have been like that, straight at De Gea's throat, and they've come from Kennedy. To be fair.
Yeah. Vibe say you should do some FIFA on this channel. Yeah, I was going to, but then I started a job, so I just don't really have time. And I've got honestly, I want to do some FIFA on the channel, but I've got so many things going on right now, including trying to find some time to just chill.
Funny enough, I was actually going to speak to you about that. It's you doing FIFA on the channel, me doing Football Manager.
Yeah, awesome. I'm definitely up for doing some FIFA. I just need to give myself some kind of schedule, and could potentially be getting some more hours at work soon as well. So just kind of see how things go in that sense. And and on Saturday, I'm planning on doing this urban exploration at last as well. So
that has to be awesome. I look forward to that.
Yeah, there's that, and there's mixing your music, Jay, as well, and what
the fuck's happening with that? Like, what am I paying you for?
And like doing teacher training stuff as well, like and spending time with my girlfriend.
You have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do. Yeah. It's
When the fuck did that happen?
Did I not tell you?
No.
Okay, I'll talk to you about it after the stream. Most watch-along channels grow by doing some FIFA. Yeah. Vival says most watch-along channels grow by doing some FIFA. Yeah. We're totally aware of that. But just bad timing.
I mean, I would do a career mode because I don't do anything during my day.
Yeah.
For the channel. The only problem is that I can't find my Xbox controller.
Yeah, that's a first world problem right there.
Yeah. So, if I can find it, I'll start one.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, just right now, I don't really have time to like commit to doing like a FIFA career, unfortunately. You can't do Fortnite because the channel is weekly. Yeah, Fortnite weekly. Anyway.
Oh yeah. I just got that then. It just
that was worse than my jokes. Viable. My jokes.
That was a proper dad joke.
That was a proper a proper dad joke right there. A second goal would just put this tie to bed, I think. We just need to get that second goal. I don't know where it's going to come from, though. Because, I mean, how many chances did Greenwood really have? Like, none. We had 11 attempts, sure, but, like... Like, Greenwood's not really had any chances tonight. I mean, Pogba's disappeared in the second half. Threatened behind off Lindelof.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Like, it's all well and good bringing on Cavani, but like Pogba's disappeared in the second half. Greenwood's not had any chances to score this game, has he? Not one. And he was out. You know what I mean?
These bloody reverse replays are throwing my mind off.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking then, why is he shooting at our goal?
But I think Greenwood's playing on the right and Rashford was playing through the middle. But I saw Dan James on the right as well. I'm so confused as to what our formation was tonight, to be honest. Like, it's all well and good having like a fluid attacking front line, but if they don't know what they're doing, then it's not any good, is it really? I just don't know, man. Like, Pogba's done nothing in the second half.
I mean, to be honest with you, one sec.
It's okay. And like, although we've been in control of possession, it's not been a great performance. Oh, Maguire. Dad joke my ass, that was a classic. No, it wasn't.
Maguire's missing the next game.
Yeah.
Means Bailly or Twanzebe.
Well, Bay will still be isolating, I think, won't he?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, he's got COVID, hasn't he?
Yeah. So probably Twanzebe playing.
Actually, good news about the UK. Actually, I'm going to talk about this because I think it's quite a
I'll go
topical
on. Yeah.
conversation. Is they've done a study recently, and they reckon only 2 in 100 people have the infection at the moment.
Yeah, like the numbers are coming down now. It's
drastically. So.
Yeah, it's improving, but we've just got to not go overboard and celebrate because then COVID will come back.
Yeah.
So.
No, but it's like it's different. It is definitely different from.
Took a pass.
Oh, lovely! Oh, come on. It's definitely different from the last time we eased lockdown with the vaccines.
Yeah.
But what I was thinking is, if you're not going to China till September, then what we're going to have to do is maybe arrange a day in August that we can go to see a United game together.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully,
we can vlog it for the channel.
Yeah.
Obviously, we won't be doing a watch along if we did that, but
no, but
we'd have a nice little vlog.
Yeah, but like, really wouldn't care about that if we're watching it at Old Trafford.
We could even do like a little stream from our phone.
Oh, like
before the game started.
Yeah. We'd do a live stream before and after, definitely. It just this Cavani's not going to get any. It's not going to get any service still. 4,200 a day dying in Brazil. The healthcare system has fallen apart there. It's so sad. Yeah. Like second and third world countries are just suffering.
I mean, we saw what we got a very good glimpse into what Brazil's like during the World Cup that year.
Yeah. Just poverty, just so much poverty.
So bad. Yeah. It's I mean, you could argue that, like, I mean, I'm going to be honest, is that like me and Alexi, for example, we are living just above the poverty line in it, so to speak. Do you know what I mean? Like, we are the typical people that are like 2 paychecks away from homelessness kind of people. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like not having like the food and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that we're poor off or anything. I'm not saying you're poor, but like the way the UK is that we're lucky that we have an infrastructure that if we was to lose our jobs, that we have the support of our government.
Yeah. Whereas in Brazil,
places like Brazil, they don't, and that's why if you look at Brazil, you've got the nice side of Brazil with the rich, and then you've got the drastic side,
like Rio de Janeiro and places like that.
Yeah, with the slums that are the poor, and it's like, and I think that some people, like especially from like the UK, really do take for granted what we do have.
Yeah.
So like, even if the worst was to happen, it's like it's not like we're going to be like homeless. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or like and especially like I've said on the channel before, and I'm not ashamed about it. Is that like I got let go because my company got outsourced.
Yeah.
My department got outsourced, and it's like ever since then, it's like it's been fucking tight. It has been tight.
Yeah, it has.
Especially considering I lived a life of luxuries that add up, and I'm pretty much being supported by my fiance, which obviously if the tables were turned, I'd support her.
Yeah,
and things like that, and that's what you do when you're in a relationship. But if I didn't have her, I'd be back at my parents or back at my mum's, should I say?
Yeah.
And but at least I'd have somewhere to go. These people, like, and you wonder why, like, Brazil has a high crime rate, because they just don't have the infrastructure there to be able to look after the people that fall below the poverty belt, and it's like they end up turning to crime, and they have like literally like a country that has slums. You think like, oh, it's 2020, and it's just really sad. It's really sad to see.
It is. Brazil is the epicenter of the disease now. Yeah, great ball from Tellez there. Really good ball from Tellez. Just Cavani not quite able to get to it. Wonderful delivery.
Is that a scar on Tellez's head, by the way?
I have no idea.
Or is that part of his haircut? Because I could never tell.
I don't know. Well away, Tellez. Good lad. I mean, I was certainly hoping for more than 1-0 tonight. I was hoping to put the tie away tonight. 3 or 4-0, get the job done, and then next week you can put out a couple of give Donny a game, and give Diallo a game and that. But nope. I moved back with the old man, and it was a good move. I helped him out, and he's the same for me. That's how I was able to afford my setup. Wasn't wasted money on rent. Yeah, I mean, rent at the end of the day is a waste of money. But that's just how the economy works at the moment.
The worst one is the one thing I hate is, I mean, I've never been in a position where I was going to buy a house, but
No.
It's like I know people that have applied for mortgages.
Yeah.
And they've been told, like, oh, well, there's no way you can prove that you'll be able to pay off this mortgage, so we're going to decline you. So, well, I've been paying rent for 10 years.
Yeah.
Which is double the cost.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, but that doesn't come under consideration for your credit agreement. It's like,
No.
why it should do. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, I've lived on my own since I was about 19.
Yeah.
Rent payment maybe twice, and both of those times was due to being paid late.
Yeah.
And yet, if I was to apply for a mortgage, they would tell me that I would be a risk. It's like it's the system. The system works to make people better off, not to help the people that are currently here. Because the way I see it is that if I bought my own house,
yeah,
there's another accommodation vacant for someone that needs it.
Yeah, that's it. Bob says, got my first payment from YouTube last month, so the channel's going the right way. That's awesome, dude. It's always nice when you get your first payout. Like, I've had 2 payouts from Twitch so far. Which is, phenomenal that you get paid for just, for playing games and making content. It's, it is crazy, but it's a brand new economy, isn't it? So it's about doing the right things.
It's really nice because it's like it like, don't get me wrong, the viewers are everything. So when people are in your chat and hanging out and stuff, that's the most important thing. But at the end of the month, when you randomly get a payment into your account, it's almost like a pat on the back that makes you feel good.
The system works for the rich, mate, not the working class. I mean, honestly, what people used to call the working class is now just middle class. The working class doesn't really exist anymore.
No,
it's upper class, middle class, and poverty. That's kind of it, really.
The way I see it is you're either rich or you're poor.
Yeah, that's it. And like middle class is you're poor, but you've got enough money to be able to buy yourself a TV for Christmas if you want.
Well, the way I said it to my mum the other day is like when I was working last year.
Yeah.
Me and Emma would go shopping.
Yeah.
And the difference between shopping then and shopping now is not walking around the shop, adding up in your head how much your basket's worth.
Yeah.
And that to me is a good analogy for the way the system is that like if you're doing well, you don't have to add up in your head. If you're not doing well, you have to add up in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like it's sad. Like there's people out there. I mean, when I was growing up, I came from a very working class family. My mum had barely, My mum had barely any money, and she told me a story once that what she would do is she would eat every other day because she only had enough money to feed me every day.
Yeah,
but feed herself every other day.
Wow.
And it's like, you know, sometimes like she would have beans on toast for a week just to be able to buy me the food that I needed.
Yeah. Some banks don't even pay interest at the amount they are. 0.5%, so you're paying a bank to take your money. Yeah. But yeah, like one of my next life goals is to just save up enough money to buy my own house. Obviously not outright. I mean, that'd be great, but that's never going to happen.
Do you know the average age of being a first time buyer is currently sat at 44.
Yeah.
44.
Yeah. It's gone the wrong way. It's gone completely the wrong way.
The worst thing is it's gone the wrong way, but there's no social housing either being developed.
No, there's not.
It's all rich people. It's just it's terrible.
Yeah. Go on, Bruno. Bruno. Dan James again in a good position. Matic behind him. Bounces around. And Bruno with a foul. She should have put.
What was that?
It's Bruno was offside there anyway. Yeah, it would have counted even if Bruno would have scored. It's been what I was going to say was it's been a disappointing performance, to be honest. Oh yeah, Van der Beek's going to get 5 minutes. Great, yeah. I mean, what's the fucking point? It really frustrates me that, you know, Pogba was on for the second half, for a lot of the second half, but he was bad for a lot of it.
I mean,
like,
to be honest with you,
disappeared. Like, Donny should have come on for half an hour at least.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, there's no standout player for me today.
No, I mean, man of the match.
Probably Lindelof.
Yeah, for the assist and for being okay defensively.
Yeah, and he's played the ball out from the back pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, if Shaw had been able to stay on, he probably would have gotten it. But Greenwood off, but Van der Beek on, sure. I mean, whatever. I don't really care.
Did he just have a little shout at Greenwood then for not?
No, it was just making sure that he could actually go on the pitch. There's a bit of confusion with the third official, I think.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, or the fourth official, or whatever you call it. I mean, it's not been an inspiring performance, has it? Let's be honest.
No, it hasn't. Like when we got the easiest tie,
and we're squeezing out a result again rather than dominating the game like we should. I mean, you know, Granada haven't really threatened us much, but you've got to take advantage of that when it comes your way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, we have the players on the pitch like Pogba and Bruno and Rashford and Greenwood to make things happen, and Shaw. But I mean, Shaw wasn't that effective when he was on the pitch. To be honest, like he didn't do a whole lot in that first half, did he?
We could do with another goal.
Yeah, we could. Just a second goal near the end here, just to kind of put Granada at like, okay, this tie's probably over.
Yeah, just like add a bit of pressure onto it. I'm like, if we got another goal, I'm not going to say it's over, but
it's a big step into the semi-finals, isn't it? If we score another.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, 1-0's okay, but man, it's just we shouldn't be grinding out a result like this, should we?
No, not against Granada.
No. And like Pogba certainly faded, didn't he? Like I thought it was pretty good in the first half. Like not amazing, but I thought it was pretty good. And the second half, didn't notice he was on the pitch.
I honestly think this is one of the most boring games that we've done a watch-along for, in the sense that we spent most of the time talking about other stuff other than the football. There hasn't really been much going on.
Not been a great game.
It's been very, very drab.
Yeah, and it's not even that Granada have been that good defensively. It's just that we've been a bit slow and a bit uninventive.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Strange things happen in football, and they could get a goal.
Yeah,
but they've not looked threatening.
No.
I haven't worried at any point in this game that we're going to bottle it.
No,
but at the same time, it's like we should be killing off the game.
Yeah,
especially when we go 1-0 up. I mean, we went 1-0 up with our first shot on target.
Yeah, after about half an hour, wasn't it?
Yeah, 31 minutes. And it's that means we've got 60 other minutes to kind of put the game to bed and hopefully rest some players. Now, there's no way that we're gonna play a second team.
A weakened team now.
Yeah, in the second leg. But we might start Donny and we might start,
and we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start Axel probably.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to because Maguire's
suspended for that game.
But it's just you know that Bruno and Rashford, if Rashford's fit, because obviously he looked a bit shaky most of the game.
Yeah,
it's they're going to play, and it's just again this affects our Premier League running.
Yeah. Oh, penalty to United. Penalty to United, yeah.
Oh.
I think it was a foul on Bruno, was it? Was a foul on Bruno Fernandes? Off the ball. Oh, okay, referee just indicating he was told in his ear. There's a penalty. VAR are going to have a look at it. Let's see this.
I mean,
6 1/2 doesn't he either, that, isn't it, really?
Oh, he does put his hand up.
He does catch him. I mean, it's I think it's technically a penalty. Yeah, I think it's just technically a penalty. Yeah. It's not a stonewaller, but it's technically a penalty.
It's one of those ones where I do agree with, because if it happened anywhere else on the pitch, it'd be a foul.
Yeah. Bruno's had a mediocre game just to score another goal. Jay go for a dump quick, says Viable. Just to make sure. I trust Bruno. I always trust Bruno. Trust in Bruno, yes. Just to take the game away. Just to take the tie away from Granada now.
Keeper's going to dive to his right.
Ooh, just about. Just about.
Good goal. I knew the keeper was going to dive to his right. Did you see his eye movement?
Yeah, he knew. And he almost got there, but 2-0.
Wasn't a good penalty. That was terrible from the keeper. That was
not a good dive. That it should be saving that. Wasn't that? To be fair, it wasn't that good of a penalty either.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was a terrible penalty.
Terrible penalty, but it goes in. So,
the keeper, he knows. The keeper is that attempt at saving a penalty is doing penalties against your mates at the park.
Yeah. I mean, Donny's gonna have played 10 minutes probably, but at the end, just under, he wouldn't have even broken a sweat. And look at Bruno, man. He's he's dying on his feet. It's just hope Ollie takes as well. Hope Ollie takes his Viagra so he can get past the semi. Oh, that is viable. I'm going to applaud that as much as I applauded this.
That's brilliant.
I hope he takes his Viagra so we get past the semi. Oh, lordy. Oh, save me. Oh, that's now that's a top quality joke, viable. That's much better. That's 8 times.
I also think he should have probably saved it for the semi-final, but I still love it.
Still love it, yeah.
Well played by Donny. Oh,
yeah, it was definitely out. Well then, Maguire. Matic yeets it away. Dan James took it away from Cavani. That's no.
That's no.
That's just no.
I mean, we're gonna leave Granada at minimum with 2 away goals. I don't see Granada scoring 2 away goals at United. So
no. Wan-Bissaka with another again. Wan-Bissaka is in 1v1 situations is is probably the best tackler in the game right now. He's so good, but positionally and going forwards, no.
I mean, I haven't seen him attacking all game.
No, he doesn't. It's not part of his game, and his defensive positioning is pretty poor as well.
And the thing the reason why I love Luke Shaw so much is his overlaps.
Yeah, but the thing with Wan-Bissaka, I think if Wan-Bissaka was playing with a good right winger, I think he'd be doing it more because he'd have the confidence to do it, but he doesn't.
I think with Wan-Bissaka though as well is that he gets the ball sometimes. It's like he's scared to cross it. It's like he has anxiety.
Yeah, we were saying that, weren't we? Yeah. Finally got I'm here all week as viable. Yeah. I mean, I think the scoreline is exactly right. I think it's exactly right. I think 2-0 is precisely, I think we've controlled the game and 1 goal per half is probably about right.
We deserve to win.
It
definitely wasn't an inspired performance by any stretch of the means.
No. We've done enough to beat Grenada. It was good to see that Ollie made a lot of changes tonight, but not all at once, like he did against Everton, which cost us 2 points. But on Tellez at half time, but on Cavani part through the second half, but on Donny, who got about 10 minutes. That's about it, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did I say Matic? But on Matic as well.
Yeah. I mean, just to solidify the game, but didn't really do anything.
No. I mean, Pogba's first half performance, I would have given him a 6.5. Second half performance, a 4. I mean, you know what I mean? Just disappeared from the game completely.
I mean, it's
neither Greenwood nor Cavani got any chances in that game.
Yeah,
any chances. Which tells everything you need to know about how we play as a team right now, which is just not. We don't make any chances for our strikers, do we? But I think we both agreed man of the match is probably Victor Lindelof because he assisted Rashford. Rashford had an okay game, but didn't just kept losing the ball, making wrong decisions. From the free kick, should have crossed it. That shot he had from the edge of the box should have crossed it.
It's like I'm gonna say something with Bruno as well. Is that obviously he scored the penalty, which wasn't a good penalty by any means,
but it went in. So
it went in. So credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
But the thing is that with not Lindelof, with Fernandes,
yeah,
there is so much pressure on that man
Mm-hmm.
to perform
Yeah.
and create a moment of genius that, like, imagine you were Vincent van Gogh.
Yeah.
And it's like every painting you did, you had to produce a masterpiece. Like you couldn't even do anything. Like you couldn't even like test out a new style of painting or anything because people are going to judge you. And it's like the thing is because he is our only creative player.
Yeah.
Pogba, as good as Pogba is, and I'm not he's a different type of player. Yeah. He is the player that knows when to slow down the game, speed up the game.
Yeah.
You know, he's not so much the creative.
No, I know, but like Pogba didn't perform tonight again.
No, he didn't. Yeah. But what we desperately need is, you know, I mean, I don't know. The way I see it at the moment is judging by the last month of games, is we really do need a right winger.
Yeah.
Like a natural winger.
Yeah.
Someone that can create some stuff, because there seems to be a disconnect.
Yeah.
On the right. Definitely. On the left, when Luke Shaw and Rashford are playing on the left, we create stuff. He overlaps. There's this like, yeah, and it's just like we don't have that. Yeah. So there's this gaping hole in a quarter of the pitch that we just don't utilize.
Yeah.
And, you know, teams are going to see through that next season if we don't get someone there, because they're going to be like, okay, all we have to do is shut them down on the left.
Yeah, that's it. Guys, they have chances. Don't write them off. If they had a good finish, it would have been closer. I mean, they had some half chances. They didn't really have any clear-cut chances. De Gea didn't really have to make any big saves or anything like that.
They're all down his throat, weren't they?
Yeah, they're all straight at him, and they're all from 25 yards. Really, they didn't really. No, I think
there was not an opportunity. They never had a clear cut chance.
No,
that was like. But yeah. I'll tell you what, if we play like this on Sunday against Spurs, we're going to get battered again.
Oh yeah, we'll get battered again. Yeah. Although obviously our tactics will be different for that game. Because
you say that, but we played it. We played our strongest possible team today.
Yeah, true. Right, I'm off to send some Viagra to Ollie. Have a good evening, guys. Thanks for the stream. Thanks, Viable. Yeah, it's good to see you, mate. Thank you for dropping by again. Yeah, it's good to see you every time, mate. Thank you so much. I need to get off to bed ASAP. So yeah, 2-0, which we'll take absolutely fine. Next game is on Sunday against Spurs. That should be an interesting game. See how that goes. Hopefully we can come away with 3 points from that. We'll have to see. But anyway, from United Weekly, he's been Jay, I've been Alexi, and we will see you on Sunday.